Welcome, Float Magic fans. Today we're excited to come to you with our podcast from the Salt Cave, and we are joined today by Valli Nelson from First Federal, and we're excited to talk about a really fun event in this community that brings a lot of businesses together for a good cause, and that's the Rock, Paper, Scissors tournament.
Yeah.
So, welcome.
Thanks. Hi, Shawnee.
Hey, how have you been?
Good. How about you?
Good. Yes.
The weather's finally warm.
Yes.
So that's nice.
It is. It kind of livens everything up, doesn't it?
Yep.
The grass, the flowers, and me.
It's true.
Yes. Yep. So wonderful. Well, we are really excited to talk about this event. I know that Float Magic has participated the last few years. And I don't even know exactly when you guys started it.
So the first tournament was in 2018.
Okay.
And we've done it since then. We did have a virtual tournament during the height of COVID, where we just did it online. It's obviously not as fun that way, but it's been going on since 2018.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know we've participated ever since we were open in 2021. So this year will be our third event that we're in. We haven't won it yet. Man, we practice hard and we think every year we're going to win it. Like we've got it down, and it's tough competition.
It is. And it's strangely very, very entertaining for just a rock, paper, scissors contest, right?
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't think that, but one of my coworkers brought her teenage daughters with her last year, and they were like, you wouldn't think it would be so exciting watching rock, paper, scissors, but it really is.
It can be, yeah. And businesses really go all out to make it just a good, fun time.
Yep, the intros definitely make a difference with the feel of the event. So every business has an intro song, and like some of them do dances or dress up, and that's what makes it that's the best part.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we've taken the liberty to dress up every year.
Good. That is what we like. We like to see that.
Yeah, we any chance we get to dress up or go full out, we'll do it. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So how many tell us a little bit about like how it's grown, how many businesses participate.
So we had originally started with 32 businesses, and now we're up to 64. So we have 64 businesses, that compete. We have 2 different brackets that set up just like a, basketball bracket or football bracket. And then we weed it down to the final 4, just like in sports, and we crown our champions.
Yeah.
And then the money from that goes to the champions charity of choice. So it's pretty cool.
That's wonderful. Yeah. What's the prize money this year?
So this year, first place is $10,000. Second place is $4,000. Third place is $2,000. Fourth place is $1,000. And then we've actually introduced a new category for best intro, because some people spend super, super a lot of energy on their intros, and we want to recognize those. So best intro will be chosen, and they'll get $600 for their charity.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, so there'll be 5 prizes this year.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it, which spreads the wealth even more.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. We definitely like to help in the community.
How much has been given away through this tournament?
Well, we have a tournament in Boise in the Treasure Valley as well. That one will be in September. But between the 2, let's see, close to 100,000 probably.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
We're
wonderful.
reaching there, I think.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because this will be our 5th year.
Okay.
So,
and are the guidelines that they have to be a local charity, or is it any charity of choice?
So we have had any charity of choice, but it does become difficult to find someone to give the money to. So we do like the Ronald McDonald House, but they need to have like a local chapter, things like that. So we want the money to stay locally. So any national charity that has a local chapter is what we like to see. And we have a lot of just pure local, started here,
grassroots
exactly
type of
charities
work.
that we those are usually the fan favorites.
Yeah you see a lot of those that'll pop up from the participants or the businesses
Yep.
that are doing it. So
And this year, we're actually hoping to get a lot more of the charities to come out and like share a little bit of their story and what they're working for and those kind of things. So
awesome.
we're hoping that the businesses invite the charities when they choose them.
Awesome.
So
well, that's
get them a little
fantastic.
spotlight too.
Yeah, definitely. So where did this concept come from? Where the discussions lend itself to rock, paper, scissors tournament?
So Jeff Jardine and Ashley were in the marketing department. They went to a conference back east, and there was a bank that had previously done this as a charity, and they didn't do it anymore. And so through conversation, Jeff and Ashley decided that that was something that we were going to take on, and they hit the ground running, and we've been doing it ever since.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We've expanded it and tweaked it, made it our own. We even have like a patented logo for it and everything like that. So yeah.
Very cool. I know as a business, you get this whole like intro pack, you know, of where you have your own medal that your champion and your business can win. And you got all these swag that you put in there. It makes it a lot of fun.
It is,
to be a part of it like that.
Yeah, definitely.
So with so this is taking place in June
1st.
Yeah, over at Commons, the Commons. It's open to the public, right?
Yep. We've got food trucks. There's a beer garden. There's all sorts of people that set up to sell things. So even if you're not participating in the rock, paper, scissors, it's still such a good time to come and watch, grab some good food, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty entertaining.
It is. It is. We actually had to buy or rent some fencing to keep some of the kids from getting so close to the stage because they just like to crowd the stage and rush it.
Rushing the stage.
Rushing the stage, which is hilarious since it's not a concert.
Right.
But,
but it feels like one.
It does.
Yeah. The energy is definitely high.
Yeah. And the refs and the announcers and all that, they have great energy and they keep it rolling. And it doesn't actually take that long to get through 64 businesses.
Yeah. Yeah. When you put it like that there's 64 businesses, it doesn't.
Nope, it's about 2 hours. So we're usually done by 8, which is, we're
great.
Just getting it.
Yeah. And you have streamlined it. It's a very quick turnaround. It's fun. And then you have a photo booth usually that's there.
Yeah.
So that's my team has always appreciated that, team photo of however we're dressed up. So, and we've got some fun ideas. We're not revealing those in this podcast, however. So you'll have to come to the tournament to find out.
Exactly.
So, maybe take some time to tell us about the First Federal Foundation and what you guys do in the community and why you see it as such an important piece of giving back.
So the foundation was started in 2005 and started granting money in 2009. And we've donated over $1.3 million since then to local 501c3 charities.
That's wonderful.
So applications actually just opened for our summer acceptance.
Okay.
So if you go online to bankfirstfed.com, you can apply for the grant. They are capital projects. So it has to be something tangible that's going to benefit the community. And we have a board of directors and they meet after all the applications have been accepted and decide which charities to fund for the year. And we do it twice a year. So once in the summer and once in the winter. Yeah.
That's absolutely wonderful that you guys, I mean, you see often that those events that are coming, not the events, but the charitable contributions through First Fed, you guys are a lot of places. You show up at a lot of charitable events outside of your charitable giving. Yeah. So it's one of those that we definitely see and feel and appreciate the presence that you guys bring about.
Yeah.
So.
It's wonderful to work for a community-driven, community-based bank. I love the fact that we support and thrive in the community. We help them thrive so that we can thrive. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty pretty solid concept,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Helping your community grow is, naturally that's going to give back to you guys too.
And the foundation is pretty original. Most banks our size don't have foundations.
Really?
Usually foundations are large corporations. But one of our former presidents, Alan Horner, he thought that would be a spectacular way to give back even more. And so, yeah.
So here it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what are some of your other notable contributions or events or ways that you give back?
So we built the first federal park, which is over by its Sunway Soccer Complex, just off Pole Line. And we built that for the community, opened it up. I think that was 2015. I want to say.
Okay. Sounds about right.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
And so that was one of the first big projects for the foundation. And then we also do what's called Ready, Set, Dressed, where we work with some local nonprofits who have a connection with kids who need school clothes. So we take them all school clothes shopping. We give them a few hours with one person to be their personal shopper. And we get them all set for school.
And it's brand new clothes.
Yep, brand new clothes.
It's not gently used or handed down.
That's
super valuable. That's great.
We also send them, we do like a hygiene drive, and I make backpacks full of like deodorant and soap and lotion and all those things. And they get to take one of those backpacks home with them with all that stuff in there. And it's a very touching, wonderful thing to be a part of.
Yeah. And things that might be taken for granted.
There was a younger gentleman last year, teenager, who he had been so frugal because we make sure they have like one pair of pants and, socks and all those things. We have like a list of things they need to get. And he had been so frugal with his choices that he had some leftover money. And so he asked if he could get another pair of shoes because we give them each like a allotted amount. And so he got another pair of shoes. And it almost brought tears to my eyes when he's like, I've never had 3 pairs of shoes at the same time. And I was like, want another pair?
Yeah.
I'll buy it for you.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
And it's just things like I have so many pairs of shoes, it's just things that you don't even think about.
Right.
But, yeah.
Well, shoes always fit. So I've collected plenty over the years. But that is something that absolutely we take for granted.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what a beautiful story. Thanks for sharing that. Is there any other events or charitable contribution?
So there's events all summer long that come up. There's one this week actually for the Twin Falls Education Foundation. That will be in the park. That's, I want to say the 8th. I could be wrong again. And
so that would be next week.
Maybe it's the 3rd. Maybe it's tomorrow.
It might be tomorrow. Yeah, the 3rd is tomorrow.
Yep.
So yeah.
There's lots of things that happen all throughout the year that we partner with. But rock, paper, scissors is our big one that we take on. That's our project.
Yeah.
We love it. We get all of our businesses involved, and we actually do have some spaces open still for this year. A few left to fill. So if anyone's interested,
if anybody's willing to be beat by Float Magic, you can try
signing
up. That's very cool. So I know every good foundation business has like some long-term goals. What guides those goals for you guys? What's kind of your...
So our mission statement has to do with financial fitness, well-being. You can't be comfortable and secure unless you feel like your finances are comfortable and secure. So we are working on doing a whole bunch of like financial education, and we just want people to feel comfortable and confident with their financial situation, teaching tools, things like that. We have a big initiative coming up. pushing that
Wonderful.
forward.
Well, and it's
Yeah.
perfect timing because I know that it just came through the legislature
Mm-hmm.
that financial literacy is going to be encouraged in our schools.
Yep. You have to have a class on it before you can graduate now,
Yeah.
which is great. I think I don't know why we weren't doing that sooner.
It's true. It's such an applicable skill
Mhm.
that is not really taught.
Mm-mm.
I mean, sometimes you might pick it up if you're taking economics, you know, or some business courses.
Yeah.
But every student having that is going to be huge.
Yep. Yep.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
So,
That's one of our main initiatives.
excellent. Well, I'm
Yeah.
excited to see how you guys collaborate with businesses and the
members, yeah.
community in that process.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully we can help as many people as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's the goal always,
Yeah,
right?
exactly,
Yeah, is to
exactly.
get your influence just as wide as it will reach.
Mhm.
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
biggest impact. So,
Yeah.
well, we are so excited to have you a part of our community. I'm really grateful for all that your foundation does and the many ways you show up for us, and super excited to be part of Rock Paper Scissors.
Yeah.
We had our staff meeting today talking about what we're gonna do, and
did you pick a champion yet?
we haven't. We're doing our own bracket process.
We do that too.
Yeah, we're doing that this week, where we're gonna have it all signed up, and where everybody gets to compete each other, right? So
I actually have a jug that has a bracket in it that I can leave for you. So you
Wonderful.
don't have to make a bracket. You'll just
that's
have one.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, that's way better because I haven't made too many brackets.
They're
in my
hard.
life. Yeah.
I tried. I'm not skilled in that area. And Teresa was like, no. And I was
That's
like,
not a
okay,
bracket.
Okay. Yeah. It's not easy.
Right. Yeah. So for those of you who do it all the time for
Yep.
fantasy football, kudos to you, because I would agree. So well, wonderful. Well, look forward to the event on June 1st. Yeah, over at the Commons. So like we said, come on out and have a great time, courtesy of First Fed.
Yeah.
So thanks, Valli, for
Yes.
being on today.
No problem. Thanks, Shawnee, for
And-
inviting me.
You were so welcome. Yeah, glad you were here. Just want to remind everybody that you can catch our podcast on everywhere you find your podcast: Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Facebook. We share ours on a lot of the social media sites, and encourage you to tune in and listen to these great conversations we have with our community, with our clients, and talk about the services we have here at Float Magic. So remember, it is perfectly okay to stay salty.